How you doing? I used to be Jimmy Falcone, a capo in the New York crime family. That's like a vice president of an important company like IBM or Hooters. But now I'm Jimmy McDougal, because I'm in witness protection, living like a schnook in Canada. See, a while back, I got word that the bosses put out a contract on my Uncle Cheech. Poor guy's been hit on the head a few too many times. He was blabbing about all our best stuff. The Hoffa thing, the Kennedy thing, Scientology. I had to do something. So, I got me a sit-down with the boss. Cheech made him a buttload of money over the years, so I figured I could appeal to the man's soft side.
You are so f***ed.
He was right. I was f***ed. I don't know about your business, but in mine, you can't whack a boss. Oh, Rocco, Fatso, Big Nose, long time. How you punks doing? No crap. The organization went nuts. These were my best friends from grade school coming after me. We used to shake down the homeless together just for kicks. I never thought they'd grow up to be so mean. I mean, I had just gotten those windows reinstalled and these sons of bitches knew it. I didn't know what to do, where to go, who to trust. So I crossed over to the dark side.
Play ball with us, Jimmy. Help us lock away your cronies and we'll protect you.
We'll put you somewhere they'll never find you.
Somewhere they won't even think to look.
Somewhere far.
And remote.
And cold.
Very cold.
Excuse me, why's it gotta be cold?
Because cold sucks and we don't like you.
I see the logic in that. So that's what I did. Ratted out everyone I knew so that my children could grow up with a father that ain't dead. And that's how we came to be living here, in Vagina, Saskatchewan.
That's Regina, you freaking moron.
Potato, quit busting my balls, I'm talking here. That's my wife, Cookie. She's a pain in the ass, but I gotta say I love her. You know, 'cause she's standing right here. Anyway, if any of you think that starting a new life in Vagina
Regina?
is gonna change the Falcones,
McDougal's.
forget about it. How you doing? I'm Jimmy McDougal, but I used to be Jimmy Falcone. You probably read about me in the papers. Mafia big shot turned government stooling. What you don't know is, despite all the bad stuff I done in my life, the one thing I'm most ashamed of was ratting out my friends. That and the time I had to give my grandmother a bath.
He was so gentle. You mind?
Mr. Falcone, you told us your crimes. Now, please point to your accomplices.
How could I do it? I love these guys. Sure, they was trying to kill me, but that's no reason to ruin a buddy's life. What was the question again?
Enough stalling, Mr. Falcone. Either you testify and you and your family will receive protection, or you can all take your chances on the street.
That's blackmail! Arrest that man!
Final warning, Mr. Falcone.
Fine. To keep my family safe, I'll do it. Here goes. Ready? I'm going to point now. Yes, I am. Can you feel the tension? You can cut it with a knife. Especially you, Tommy.
Have it your way, Mr. Falcone. Perhaps your friends will give you a ride home.
Okay! Him. Now get us to Arizona.
Mr. Falcone, it may be best if you don't announce where we'll be hiding you.
Yeah, that was dumb. Can't hide in Arizona now. How about Florida?
Oh, my God.
New Mexico. And that's how we came to be living here in Vagina,
Regina.
Saskatchewan. But if any of you think a little cold weather's gonna get us down, forget about it. How you doing? I used to be Jimmy Falcone, a capo in the Gambini crime family. Now, I'm Jimmy McDougal, living in witness protection like a schnook. But I gotta admit, sometimes I can't help but wonder if it ain't my own damn fault. You see, a while back I needed to ask the Don for a favor.
Oh, buona notte, sweet fishy.
Don Gambini, I come to you on my knees to ask you to call off the hit on my Uncle Cheech. Cheech, he talks a lot, but he don't mean no. No! By the way, not easy keeping the Don in one piece. He was a great man, a brilliant criminal mind, but kind of a spaz. As I was saying, Cheech don't mean no harm. He's just a little light in the cranial region.
Hey, Jimmy, look at that storm brewing. Is that lightning? Son of a bitch, it is lightning. Jimmy, that better be a gun in your pocket.
I beg your forgiveness, Don Gambini. But as I was saying, Godfather, my Uncle Cheech is a good man. Always been a good earner for you, and if you could only show him some mercy.
Jimmy, you come to me on a good day. I received news today that my beautiful daughter Tina is to wed. On this day, I am a happy man, filled with much love.
Does this mean you'll give my Uncle Cheech another chance?
Nah, that ship has sailed. But what it means is that you may bring your family to the wedding. Especially that daughter of yours, that Teresa. What a piece of ass!
So like I said, sometimes I can't help but wonder if it all ain't my own damn fault. 'Cause that's why we wound up in witness protection here in
Regina?
Saskatchewan. But if you think I'm gonna beat myself up over it, forget about it. How you doing? I used to be Jimmy Falcone, until I testified against the mob to save my Uncle Cheech. But living in witness protection ain't all peaches and herb. The feds whisk you out of your home and stick you in an army base and you gotta leave everything behind. Call me sentimental, but I had a lifetime of memories back home buried under my floorboard in small unmarked bills. So I busted out to retrieve my nest egg.
Dude, awesome graphics.
Remember, we're here for the nest egg and nothing else. Oh no, it's Gambini's guys.
Ah, Jimmy, they bought your old house.
No, they're here to kill us. Get ready to bust some heads. Oh, crap. We're at the Spinoli house next door.
Aw, look how big Angelo got.
So we went next door and got the nest egg. It was kind of uneventful, but we got it with us now since witness protection put us here in Regina, Saskatchewan. Because if anyone thinks they can separate a Falcone from his memories, forget about it. How you doing? I'm Jimmy McDougal, but I used to be Jimmy Falcone, a respected New York businessman in the gangster and gangster-related industries. Then I whacked my boss and ratted out everyone I knew to save my uncle's life. Now, ratting out the mob is not as glamorous as you think. Before the trial, they stick you in a federal safe house on an army base so no one can get to you. But that doesn't mean they don't try.
Jimmy, you killed the Dawn. A simple apology ain't gonna cut it.
Hey, I offered to do the eulogy. I wasn't the one who said that's in bad taste. It was the family consigliere. His coming to see me could only mean danger, but it was still nice to have a visitor.
You know, Jimmy, back in the Roman Empire, and in Godfather too, when somebody messed up the way you just did, they were given a way to provide for their wife and kids for the rest of their lives. All they had to do was kill themselves before the trial.
Over my dead body, you son of a bitch! Said with all respect, you a man in your position.
Look, Jimmy, I've always liked you. In fact, I went to the mat for you to help your family. Help me help you.
Wow, when does the guy who doesn't like me get here?
Listen, it'll be very embarrassing for me to go back and say you won't honor this request. If you don't do this, I will dedicate my life to hunting you down. You and your family will never know a moment's peace the rest of your days.
How about the nights? Can we get the nights off? It was the hardest decision I ever had to make. All right, I'll do it. Pass it over. Turns out, it was an easier decision than I thought. So, here I am with my wife and kids alive and well in
Regina,
Saskatchewan. But if you don't think that's pretty much the same as being dead, forget about it. How you doing? I used to be Jimmy Falcone, a big shot in the Gambini crime syndicate. But I ratted out my friends, so my family and I had to go into witness protection. The thing about witness protection is, you can't just start off being witnessly protected. You gotta learn to be a whole other person, and that ain't easy.
So remember, you're no longer the Falcones, you're the McDougals. What's your name?
Jimmy Falcone.
No, your fake name.
Oh, My fake name is Tommy McDougal.
Don't say my fake name.
I don't know your fake name.
We'll come back to you. Now, Debbie, would you please get me a glass of water? Debbie, would you please get me a glass of water? Gina, your new name is Debbie.
I know that, but get your own freaking water.
Come on, people. You're moving in 2 weeks. One slip up and your cover will be blown.
When do I get my nose job?
There is no nose job.
Boob job?
No boob job.
Hand job?
There are no jobs.
I thought you said I have to get a job.
Yes, you have to get a job, Tommy.
Who's Tommy?
You're Tommy.
I killed a Tommy once. Nice guy.
Ah!
And that was when they decided we should stick with our real first names. And then they shipped us off to
Regina.
Saskatchewan. But if any of you think changing our name is gonna change the Falcones, forget about it. How you doing? I used to be Jimmy Falcone, a big shot in the New York crime family. Now I'm in witness protection in Canada. But I'll never forget that day I was forced to leave the only home I've ever known. Cookie, kids, get your butts in gear. Let's get this vacation started. Canada awaits.
Daddy, just because we're going overseas doesn't make this a vacation.
I ain't denying it. I was in denial. I couldn't face the fact that I was leaving everyone I ever loved and taking my wife and kids with me. Isn't this fun? A family road trip. Who's up for another round of window uppy downy? Up, down, up, down.
Whoa.
Up,
He
down.
always knows what it's gonna do.
All right. You'll be under RCMP protection from here on. Off you go.
It's cool.
Welcome to Canada. Bienvenue. Come along. I have blankets and whiskey for all of you. This will warm your cockles.
If it's gonna warm my cockles, I'll need a bigger blanket.
I'm Special Agent Straight McCool. My mission is to help you assimilate, keep a low profile, and ensure you don't violate our nation's laws.
I'm sorry. Violate what?
What a spirited group. I loved this assignment the minute I was given it. Let the protection begin. Hop in.
You gotta be shitting me. And then they took us to this crazy place called
Regina.
Saskatchewan. But if any of yous are thinking about a vacation up here, forget about it. How you doing? I'm Jimmy McDougal, formerly Jimmy Falcone. I used to be a big shot in the New York Mafia until I turned rat to keep from being whacked. It wasn't easy turning on my old friends, but them turning on me first made it a little easier. But the hardest thing I ever had to do was to tell my family we had to go into witness protection. So, guys, I got something important to say. You know how all my friends are trying to kill me?
Yes, Daddy. It's all you ever talk about.
You really shouldn't bring your work home with you.
Well, I was thinking, to fix the problem, maybe we should leave town.
What?
I hate you. But I'm Class Campo.
We love it here.
No freaking way.
For once, I agree with your idiot uncle. No freaking way! Okay, let's move.
And that's how we came to be living here in
Regina.
Saskatchewan. But if you think it's going to keep this family from sticking together, forget about it. How you doing? I'm Jimmy Falcone, a former mafia big shot and current suburban schnook, living in witness protection in Canada. It wasn't easy giving up the old life. My family and me was used to living a certain way, looking a certain way, and mostly talking a certain way. And so I say, a bada boom bada bing, and he goes, what's the matter with you, Stugats?
People, come on. The sooner you learn how to speak Canadian, the sooner we can send you to your new home.
Wait a minute. They don't have American cheese in Canada?
They do, but it's called processed cheese.
Does it still taste like crap?
Yes. For the most part, yes.
There's no Cliff's Notes up there? How am I gonna almost not fail my classes?
They're called Cole's Notes, but I'd recommend studying harder.
You're cute.
Wait a minute. They call a garbage disposal a garburator?
Yes.
That sounds sexy.
How come they don't have Canadian bacon in Canada?
They call it back bacon.
What, from the back end of the pig? Why don't they just call it ass bacon?
That might go good with that Progress cheese.
I got a question. Do they call it a stick-up or a hold-up?
People! It's not that hard. Bathrooms are called washrooms. Whole milk is called... Wait, this can't be right. It says here it's called... homo milk.
Oh, what kind of sick country you taking us to?
And who exactly milks these homos?
But we had no choice but to pick up this godforsaken language before they shipped us off to
Regina.
Saskatchewan, where I'm still trying to learn my ABZs. But if you think just because we live in the Great White North, we're gonna drink homo milk, forget about it.
Good evening. My name is Peter McDougal. At least it is now. I have also been called a geek, a nerd, a geeky nerd, a nerdy geek, and a geeky nerd. But for most of my life, I've been known as Petey Falcone, son of Jimmy Falcone, one of New York's most notorious mobsters. But despite what you may have read about my father, he's actually been a very loving man who would do anything for his family.
Strike three, you're out! Home run!
But then one day, the mob turned against him, as mobsters are prone to do. And they didn't care if they got any of us in the process. But he protected his family and heroically helped convict some of the most horrible men in the country, all of whom were at my communion. And that's how we wound up here, in witness protection in Regina, Saskatchewan. And if any of you think this story wasn't just one humongous rationalization, forget about it!
Which one's the button again? Ah, there it is. Hey, how you doing? I'm Chief Falcone. Well, McDougal. I got the alias in witness protection because of my nephew Jimmy. I don't like it, but I had no choice. So there's a contract out on me. Big deal. I mean, maybe I spilled a few secrets to anyone who'd listen, but there's a lot of other secrets I'd never tell a soul. Like the fact that we faked the moon landing. We were the ones that shot Dick Cheney's friend in the face. And we took the weapons of mass distraction out of Iraq. Someone got the memo wrong, but still, us. So, anyway, my nephew's gonna straighten things out with Don Gambini, whose first name, oddly enough, is Don. So, if he wanted, he could call himself Don Don, which I would do. I mean, how cool would that be?
Cheech don't mean no harm. He's just a little light in the cranial region.
I got nothing to worry about. Jimmy'll get me off the hook. Maron! Don Don's a pancake. Then the mob tried to kill us. Jimmy ratted everyone out to the feds, and we wound up in Regina.
Vagina? No, wait, you were right.
But if you think that's gonna stop me from shooting my mouth off, you can just... What is it? I forget what it is.
Forget about it.
That's the one.
Welcome! Bienvenue! My name is RCMP Special Agent Straight McCool. I was just your ordinary run-of-the-mill Mountie until that day I first heard the name Jimmy Falcone. I'd like to request a transfer, sir.
Again? You'd be my best agent, but you've got ants in your pants! I'd put you on vice, narcotics, homicide! You've cleaned up the entire west side of this country! What's even left for you?
Witness protection.
What? Forget it, not a chance!
Reforming the most hardened American criminals and turning them into respected members of society. What a challenge! What an honor!
Can't do it, McCool. You're too valuable to me on the streets.
I want the Falcone case, Chief. Nay, I demand it.
Don't you name me, mister! You're too high up for a job like that. I'm not gonna demote my best officer just 'cause he wants to join the Babysitters Club.
I had to take action. Perhaps there was something I could learn from Jimmy Falcone.
You are so demoted.
And that, kind viewers, is how I received this assignment. And I won't rest until this ragtag American household becomes the epitome of fine Canadian citizenship. And if you think I'm ever going to give up on this family...
Vagina!
You can forget about it.
How you doing? I'm Cookie McDougal. I used to be Cookie Falcone, wife of Mafia Big Shot Jimmy Falcone. We was living the good life back then, but I didn't know what was going on. And I didn't want to know, because I knew what was going on. Anyway, Jimmy's Uncle Cheech was giving away mob secrets, so it was only a matter of time before he was 6 feet under. And I've never been one to wait till the last minute. He was such a good man. I'm gonna miss him so much. Don't put red flowers beside red flowers. What's the matter with you? Poor Cheech. I'll never forget his little laugh. What are you doing? You can't put food next to a dead body. Get it out of here. Oh, Cheech. Wait, get back here. Give me a crab cake. Oh, it's dry!
Cook, I got news.
I know, Jimmy. It wasn't your fault. You did everything you could, but Don Gambini is an unbending man.
He bent when he hit the pavement, I'll tell you that.
These crab cakes are dry. Hey, who died?
Holy crap! Cheech, you're alive! I'm so happy! Jimmy, you got the Dawn to call off the hit?
Well, yes and no. Mostly no. See, I threw the Dawn out a window, everyone wants to whack me, so we're moving to Canada.
Ah! And that's how we wound up living here in Regina, Saskatchewan. But if you think living here is gonna change us, you can go f yourself.
Forget about it. She meant to say forget about it.
How you doing? I'm Gina Falcone. You can put a gun to my head, but I ain't calling myself McDougal. My pop used to be the capo in a New York crime family. That was great. Everywhere I went, I was treated with respect.
Hey, Gina! Good to see you, kid!
Here's 100. Get yourself a lollipop.
I talked with that dentist of yours. You won't be getting any more cavities.
That was all about to end, because my Uncle Cheech started shooting his mouth off. The Don ordered a hit on him, but my pop didn't have the stones to do it. So while Pop was begging the Don to spare Cheech's life, I decided to make my bones and take Cheech out. And then Pop had to go and screw it up. I guess Pop did have stones, just not a lot of brains. And that's how we wound up in Lady Part, Saskatchewan.
It's okay to say it, sweetie. Regina.
But if you think I like being here, you can f***ing...
Oh, language! What the f***'s wrong with you?
Forget about it.
How you doing? I used to be Jimmy Falcone, a capo in a New York crime family. Now, you probably think being a mobster was all busting knees and deep sixing guys, which it kinda was. See, violence was our thing, even on a slow day. Got ya!
Good shot, Jimmy.
But when it came to other gangs, I had a real knack for keeping the peace, like a referee for wise guys. For instance, I was friendly with the Russian mafia. Yeah, Boris, I brought vodka. Let's get drunk and make fun of the triad. I was respectful to the Chinese mafia. Happy New Year! What? I miss it? You guys keep changing the day. Anyway, Chen, you really gonna let those Ruskies walk all over you? Which one of you is Chen again? Heck, I even had an open door policy with the gay mafia.
Oh my God! I can't believe you wore those shoes with that tie, Donnie.
Oh yeah, coming from the guy who wore beige in December?
Fellas, we gotta talk about the Chinese. They really got it in for you. Then a gang war broke out between the Russians, the Chinese, and the gay dudes, which I had nothing to do with. Until I took over their business. Anyway, now I'm Jimmy McDougal, living in witness protection in Canada, where they don't know nothing about peacekeeping.
Actually, Pop, Canada's armed forces are well known for...
Lay off, will you? I'm trying to make a point. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, forget about it. How you doing? I used to be Jimmy Falcone, a capo in a New York crime family. Now I'm Jimmy McDougal, living like a schnook in Canada. Now, gangstering wasn't exactly your safest line of work.
Got the twos?
Go sleep with the fish.
But that's exactly what I wanted. I lived danger. I breathed danger. Danger was my middle name. I never did forgive Ma for that. Don Gambini, we did as you asked. The charge is set. Pretty soon, Tall Bobby is going to be Little Bobby Chunks. But if I may inquire, what exactly did Tall Bobby do?
He didn't show respect, Jimmy. It always felt like he was looking down at me.
You too? I never did like that guy. Good riddance. In exactly 10, 9.
Cheech, when you were under Tall Bobby's car, why didn't you set the charge?
I did, just like you said. See?
You were supposed to leave it under his car! You know, it's a wonder I lasted as long as I did. But just because I'm in witness protection now doesn't mean I don't still face danger. Because if you think minus 55 in January ain't real danger, forget about it! How you doing? I'm Jimmy McDougal. Used to be Jimmy Falcone. I may be living like a jerk in witness protection, but back in the day, I was a made guy. I was the head of a crew and no one could touch me. Basically, I had it made. It's a funny story how that happened. This one night, they told me to keep Don Gambini away from his house because his wife was throwing him a surprise birthday party.
Everyone's acting all weird and secretive, Jimmy. I'm telling you, something's going on.
If I screwed up the surprise, his wife would kill me. Literally. She was built like a lumberjack and she was real good with an axe.
Anyway, I shall get going.
We just got here, boss. At least finish your drink. Hey, look!
Look at Cheech go! I could swear I just finished that.
The thing about the Don was he got jumpy when he drank too much.
Who did that? Unplug ya, you rat!
But I got him home in time, just like I was supposed to. I guess the surprise was on them. The Don took out so many guys that night, I wound up getting made. But if you think I still got it made here in Regina, forget about it.
Finally, it's about freaking time I get to tell my story. In case you're deaf, blind, or not into smoking hot chicks, I'm Teresa Falcone. When I was younger, I used to love Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. The guys at Dad's work was so much fun. There was Frankie No Fingers, such a klutz. But boy, could he thumb wrestle. And Johnny Calculator used to help me with my counting homework.
See, Teresa? X minus Y equals Z.
I'm supposed to be doing math, not spelling. And Freddie Chuckles was always good for a laugh.
Hey, Teresa, smell my flower.
Oh, look, I'm all wet.
Teresa, get in the car.
I never saw those guys again. Now that we're living in Regina, I really miss the guys from Pop's work. Whatever happened to them?
Nothing. They just got froze out of the business.
What was that, Daddy?
Nothing. Forget about it.
But you just said...
Yeah, I said forget about it! How you doing? I'm Jimmy Falcone, former New York capo. In the old life, the feds were always up in my business. These guys had ears everywhere, and by ears, I mean bugs. But I didn't let that keep me from being a normal family man.
Someone!
That's my girl. Messing with the feds was a game. I got the fat bastard right here, and I'm gonna chop off his legs and feed him to the dogs. On the ground, now! Ha ha, gotcha. Oh, good one, Jimmy. I'd offer you guys a turkey sandwich, but f*** you. If it was real important, we'd talk in code. But that came with its own problems. Cheech, I need you to pick up the magic potion from the Maharaja and take it to the wizard. And make sure you look into his crystal ball. Capiche?
Capiche? By magic potion, you mean the 8 keys of heroin, right?
On the ground, now! Now that I'm in witness protection living in Canada, I don't ever gotta worry about bugs again. Forget about it. How you doing? I'm Jimmy Falcone, alias McDougal. Before I moved to the not-so-great White North, I was a capo in the mob. Crime's been in my family for generations. It all started with my grandpops, Giuseppe. He was a shoemaker in the old country. Real handsome devil. Anyway, one day the village Don asked him to make a pair of shoes. The Don believed shoe size was a reflection of his manhood. His size 4 manhood. He could have drove a big car or bought a frickin' boat or something, but the guy wanted big shoes. What are you gonna do? Personally, I'd have blamed the whole thing on gravity, but gravity wasn't invented back then, so Giuseppe had to skip town. By the time he got to the next village, he was met by fear and respect. Dante Respect and Luciano Fear had a family that needed some muscle. Giuseppe just whacked a Don, so he seemed like a good fit. All those years dealing with feet made him kinda homicidal, so Grandpops moved up the ranks pretty fast. Then, one day, he came to America.
You mean he got run out of Italy?
Point is, even though I'm living like a schmuck in Regina, I like to think he's looking down on me and smiling.
And wondering why the hell you threw his family business down the crapper.
You know what? Just forget about it! How you doing? I'm Jimmy Falcone. I used to be part of a crime family in New York, and like any father, I wanted to see if my son was cut out for the family business. But you can't just jump into extortion, racketeering, and murder. You gotta take baby steps. See that guy delivering papers on your block, your turf? Don't you want a piece of that action? Go.
There you go. Look out! Ooh.
He's supposed to beat the kid up and take his money. What's he doing?
He's working, Jimmy. Makes me sick.
Okay, so we find someone weaker. Build the kid's confidence. See that old deadbeat? He's behind on his payments. Take care of him.
My first assault was an old guy, too.
Look at him. This is humiliating. Ow! What the hell?
What's this about you grooming Petey to take over the family business?
What? No!
I can't believe you picked him over me!
It's not like that.
Fine. One day, I'm gonna start my own crew, and I will bury you, fat man.
Anyhow, I realized Petey wasn't cut out for gangstering.
No Sherlock.
But hey, now that I live in Regina and work in an office, maybe my son will finally follow in my footsteps.
Actually, Pop, I'm gonna be a physicist.
Yeah, right. Like you could ever be a gym teacher. Forget about it. How you doing? I'm Jimmy Falcone, currently known as Jimmy McDougal. Back in the old days, when I was a big shot, the most important person in my life was my lawyer. When you make an honest living breaking the law, never misunderestimate the value of a good shyster. Suppose I allegedly tried to whack a guy and he went to the cops. Would I be in trouble? The guy was available night and day. It's me. I know it's 4 a.m. and you're in the Hamptons, but you gotta come to the city and bail me out. I need you to get rid of this for me. Nothing seemed to faze this guy. Then, out of the blue, he robs a liquor store and gets sent to jail. This guy went to Harvard. Why would he do that?
Thank God! Just put me in a deep, dark hole and get me away from Jimmy Falcone!
Anyway, now that I'm in witness protection, I don't need no lawyer, because I got my own personal Mountie. Hey, McCool, can you get me one of them new Smarty Pants phones?
We've been through this, Jimmy. I can't cater to your every little whim. The answer is no, so just... I can't believe I'm going to say this. Forget about it.
Oh! How you doing? I'm Jimmy Falcone, former good fella currently freezing his ass off in Canada. Back in the old life, I never saw snow. And I don't mean drugs. I delegated that to Big Blow Bellucci. I'm talking real snow.
Jimmy complained about the cold. I want you guys to make it summer around here.
Thought it was calling for a huge snowstorm. Not that I'm complaining.
It worked. From now on, it's gonna be summer all the time. Except Christmas. I like a white Christmas, but warm. Capiche?
I love New York in November. Hey, look, dolphins! Palm trees in New York? If global warming means the end of the world, so be it.
Hey, Rocco, that counts as a break.
Now I live in Regina, where global warming ain't hit yet. It snows all the freaking time here. I mean, it never stops.
Don't worry, Jimmy. I got your back.
Cheech, what the hell you doing?
There's too many snowflakes. I can't get them all. Tell them all I went down fighting.
If you think I can even remember what summer feels like, forget about it. How you doing? I'm Jimmy Falcone, alias McDougal. Back when I was a capo, keeping the family business away from my actual family was a freaking tap dance. Like the time Petey got himself a girlfriend, Pepper Malazzi, face like a pizza. But we're talking Petey here, so he had to take what he could get. Problem was, her old man was one of my business associates. Listen, kid, I got a feeling Pepperoni Face is gonna break up with you.
Impossible! Pepper said I was the only boy for her.
Yeah, the only boy willing to kiss a meat love is special, but it ain't that. It's her old man.
Are you saying her father doesn't approve of me?
It's actually me he ain't big on. We had a little disagreement.
Then how do you know I'm getting dumped?
Call it a hunch.
Her dad was in the trunk, wasn't he?
Now that we live in Canada, I don't worry about that stuff no more. But at the time, it was very stressful.
Oh, boo-hoo! Pepper was my first love, and you took her away from me. I still love you, Pep!
You know what? Forget about it.
How you doing? I'm Gina Falcone. I may only be a kid, but I ain't no bedwetting twerp. I take care of myself. Like this one time back in New York. Hey, Ma! Pops! Where is everybody? The rest of the family was in such a rush to get to Coney Island, they left me. Home alone. So it was up to me to protect our house and have a little fun.
I was expecting a kid to set cute little traps.
This is almost too easy.
Easy? You know, when you say that, you really devalue what we do.
Yeah, I don't like kiddie movies. All that violence. It's so fake. When it comes to violence, I prefer what Petey would call realism. Don't bother begging for mercy.
Oh, my poor baby. I'm so... What the hell?
Crap. Busted.
Gina, how many times I gotta tell you? Not in the house. You're gonna get us all pinched.
Anyway, now that we live in the most boring town on the planet, I'm gonna make my own fun. Ma, I'm going out.
Don't forget your mittens.
Is anyone else concerned that she's...
Forget about it! How you doing? I'm Jimmy Falcone, now known as McDougal. They say there's two things you can't avoid in life, death and taxes. Wise guys don't pay taxes, which only leaves death. Back in the old neighborhood, the funeral home was doing great business. The guy who ran the place was rolling in dough, strutted around like he owned the frickin' neighborhood. So, we took over the joint. You're fired. At first, it was great. But after a while, my guys were so busy working funerals, none of them were out on the street causing the funerals. I realized you can be a gangster or an undertaker, but you can't be both. Now I live in Regina, Saskatchewan, which is about as much fun as a funeral home.
And it's got more stiffs.
I actually find Regina relaxing.
Petey, this town's DOA. Forget about it.
How you doing? If you're like me, you could use some time off. In the old life, it was never easy for me to take a vacation. Booking on points is so freaking complicated. Plus, I had to leave Cheech in charge. Son of a... Cheech, you better be on fire or dead. And if so, how are you calling?
Jimmy, I'm locked out of the club.
What are you bothering me for? Call Fats and get the other key.
I can't. He's locked inside.
What do you mean, you and Fats are both locked in?
I was on the roof. There's a skylight. The rest is a blur. But it's not our club.
What?
Someone's here. I gotta go.
Turned out to be the Spamanti family's club. Cheech didn't want to pay for the skylight he broke, so he just up and shot everybody. Around the neighborhood, they still call it the Jimmy's Trip to Aruba Massacre.
I always called it the Fats is a big fucking crybaby bloodbath. God rest his soul.
Now that I'm in witness protection, it's like a permanent vacation.
At a 2-star resort where everybody says sorry all the time.
We've only had one vacation from this apologetic iceberg of a country. And was it worth it? Forget about it! How you doing? Jimmy here. You know my story by now. Most of it's even true. Thing about wise guys is we hardly ever told the truth. By hardly ever, I mean mostly never. We lied to everyone. Cops, judges, our wives, and mostly each other. We lied so much, we didn't even know we were doing it.
Yo, Jimmy, these biscotti got almonds in them?
Nah, don't worry about it. You need a doctor?
No, I'm good.
Lying came so easy that the truth was frowned on. Like the time Johnny Forthright came to town.
Hey, Jimmy, with that gut, you're begging for a heart attack.
Now, there's a reason wise guys never tell the truth. Because who wants to hear that crap? Then Johnny comes along with his mouth, and suddenly I'm so worried about my weight, I had what my doctor called a mild cardiac incident. Once I got out of the hospital, I reminded Johnny that the truth hurts. Then I
did not wipe the sidewalk with his face.
Anyway, now that I'm in witness protection, I'm still living a lie. Except this one's legit.
And you've never looked slimmer. What? Goodfellas ain't the only ones who can lie their freaking asses off. Ho! Forget about it.
How you doing? You know me as a card-carrying ex-capo from the New York mob. Let the record show, I'm also a hopeless romantic. I met my wife the same way as a lot of people. At work. See, Bobby Peltz was behind on his protection money, so we went over there to discuss payment options. I never let emotions get in the way of my job. Until that night. She was the classiest broad I ever laid eyes on. The face of an angel and a killer butt. I mean that figuratively and literally. From that moment, I was head over heels. I courted her through the arraignment, trial, and sentencing. And on visiting day, she agreed to be my wife.
Yes! Yes!
Now that we're in chilly vagina, we still know how to keep it hot.
Wait a sec. How'd you sneak the engagement ring into prison?
He stuck it up his wazoo.
Oh!
What? It was romantic. And kinda hot. The ring, I mean. On account of it having been crammed so far up his...
Ah, Cook, forget about it.
Greetings! You know me as Petey McDougal, Canadian nerd. You also know me as Petey Falcone, New York dork. Like other misfits of my ilk, I never really felt like I fit in.
Hello. Congratulations.
This was especially apparent in our old life among the family.
Yo, Petey, try this lasagna. It's like angels singing in your mouth.
No thanks, I'm lactose intolerant, and pasta's not good for my gluten sensitivity.
You know what makes me sensitive? Jagoffs with no manners. Eat the f***ing food, you mook.
Hey, kid, have some wine. I won't tell you folks. Actually, it was their idea. You need to loosen up.
Cheech, I've seen what alcohol does to people, namely you. And it won't...
Let to live a little, kid.
What are you doing?
The bride gave birth to a boy this morning. We're celebrating. Smoke up, kid. It's bad luck if you don't.
Really?
Hell if I know.
I was gonna steal that, dumbass!
Now that we're in Canada, I finally feel like I fit in. And I'm sure in time, the rest of my family will learn to love it here as much as I do.
Forget about it!
How you doing? I'm the FBI informant and shell of a man formerly known as Jimmy Falcone. One thing I don't miss about the old life is how nobody did nothing without an interior motive.
Oh, Frankie brought cake.
Really? What's the occasion?
What? I need an occasion to do something nice?
Kill my brother-in-law. Before or after the sugar high, you lazy bastard? Thanks for helping me move, Joe.
No problem. Just help me get these on the truck.
And it didn't matter how small the favor. They always expected something in return. Really, Joe? You moved like one box. Thanks for driving us to the airport, Bruno.
Here, swallow these. You'll need a laxative when you land.
Your brother-in-law says, hey.
I'm gonna need that laxative.
Here in the great bland north, people are nice for no reason at all.
That gives me the creeps.
I still haven't figured out their angle, but if you think I'll ever get used to Canadian polititude, you can...
Hey, the drugs came out.
Forget about it.
Greetings, citizens. The Falcone family aren't the only ones who had an old life. Before I became a witness protector, I was head of Saskatchewan crime scene investigations. And that's when he slipped on the ice and hit his head. I suppose one could say...
I hope he says it was an icy reception.
It was an unfortunate accident.
Give him time. He'll get better at these.
Sadly, my fellow officers watched too much TV and expected me to entertain them. Looks like he had a heart attack while going through the car wash. I guess he's all...
Washed up. Say washed up.
Done getting his car washed.
This guy is boring.
Shortly thereafter, I was pulled off CSI detail because I refused to belittle police work with corny one-liners and catchphrases. For Canada, where self-awareness isn't our strong suit.
I wonder where he goes when he takes off like that.
Forget about it.
Remember me? Back in the old life, I was a mob wife. When mob wives had to, we rolled up our sleeveless blouses and helped out with the family business. Like when Jimmy's crew got pinched after a museum job because Cheech left a DNA sample all over Nefertiti's bust. All right, Gloria's collecting protection money, Mia's intimidating a witness, and Frenchie's cutting heroin with Parmesan cheese. Fast smack in the city. So, what do? Chick flicks? This ain't girls' night out, you lazy bum. Then Gloria hauls in Stinky LaRue, a notorious rat Jimmy wanted gone. But there was a problem. I can't do it. I can't get blood all over this pantsuit.
Don't look at me. I just had these nails done.
I ain't washing no skull fragments out of my new roots.
I was almost gonna let that scumbag go, but I had an idea. All right, nuts. Before we do this, you're gonna sit here with us and watch a movie. Ooh, the Vanilla Lace Tea Cozy. 90 minutes of awkward English people stammering about their feelings. Who wants popcorn?
I don't know, Cook. Even for the mob, death by chick flick is a little cruel and unusual.
But no one in the family ever read it again.
Yeah, right. And we're in Regina on freaking holidays.
If you think Canada's gonna make me any less cruel and unusual, forget about it.
How you doing? I'm Jimmy Turncoat McDougal. I've been in Canada a while now, but there was a time when I was not so versed in its lame-ass ways.
I'm confused. I thought Canada was a state, like Iowa, or South America.
It's a separate country attached to the top of America, like a bad toupee.
Or a brain tumor.
Hey, gang, I asked the mess hall to prepare some authentic Canadian cuisine in anticipation of our naturalization.
Ew!
This is a French-Canadian dish. It's French fries, cheese curds, and...
Whoa, did you say cheese turds?
Curds, like curds and whey in Little Miss Muffet.
I don't care who she is. She just murdered them French fries.
And then someone blew a load all over him.
What's the brown stuff? Looks like crap. Do they eat crap in Canada?
They do not eat crap in Canada.
So what do them Frenchies call this stuff?
Actually, it doesn't matter what it's called.
Sure it does. Let's hear it.
I don't want to say.
Petey, you can't just roll out shit-covered cheese fries and hold out on the name.
Fine, it's called poutine.
What was that?
Poutine. All right, it's called poutine.
I rest my case. But it ain't all bad up here. They got this fluffy, delicious taste sensation called a beaver tail. Thanks, Petey.
My pleasure. Boy, those sure went fast.
I'm all over it. Get the maple syrup. We'll be licking tail and eating beaver in no time.
Now that we live here in Regina, if you think we're above making a few obvious beaver jokes, forget about it. How you doing? You know, back in the old days, you found out someone was getting whacked after it was done. You'd be all, hey, where's so-and-so? And everyone get all quiet like someone farted. But with Cheech, I found out in advance. It was the day I had 4 root canals. Wise guys ain't big on dental work, but Cookie made me go.
Word came down from Gambini. Cheech has gotta die. But I forgot where he lives. I know, I'm a terrible friend. Now where is he so I can go kill him? What'd he say? Quit stalling, Jimmy. I promise. I'll make it quick and painless for him. Okay, only one of those is true. What language is that? Stroke victim?
I was trying to plead for Cheech's life and explain that I just been to the dentist, but I couldn't get a word out.
Ah, so this is where he is. There's a good boy, Jimmy.
They didn't find Cheech, but they came away with something. And that's why 4 out of 5 gangsters never go to the dentist. But if you think Canadian healthcare covers dental, forget about it. How you doing? As a former gangster, I might not have lived a completely moral life, but I did some good things too. Like the time I...
Excuse me, Jimmy, you can't park here.
Go! Get that thing out of my face! What's with you, anyway? I was getting used to seeing you without a billy club in your pants. Now the old attention hog's back? What gives?
Allow me to explain. Let me tell you something of myself without a doubt. The best cop around who likes to let it all hang out. When my bosses said I had to put on underwear, I tried to take it off, but they said, oh, don't you dare. Wasn't very long before it wound up in the courts. The judge said, no, man, you don't have to wear those shorts. So I won the case because there are no precedents for a servant of the crown to put on his underpants. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Hey, forget about underpants.
Let me get this straight. You sued for the right not to wear a banana hammock?
I need to be free, Jimmy.
The justice system is broken.
I think it's just fine. Heck, McCool, if you didn't want to wear any clothes at all, I'd have no problem with it.
You know what bugs me? That's not how the song goes.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Oh, forget about it.
How you doing? There's 2 words that strike terror in the heart of any wise guy. They represent the end of freedom and the start of a life sentence.
I'm pregnant!
My life was over. You can be a good father or you can be a good fella, but you can't be both. Still, I wanted it all, so I made it work. All right, folks, hit the floor and keep the crying to a minimum. Anyone moves, you let me know.
They moved. I don't remember that.
The FBI does. I spent 2 years on the most wanted list for that one. Anyway, after that, I decided to keep work and kids separate.
After I showed you how it's done.
No, 'cause jobs come and go, but families forever.
Yeah, like herpes.
Herpes ain't forever. Forget about it.
How you doing? Good? Yeah, well, if I asked you that question in the old life, I wouldn't know if you was actually telling the truth. 'Cause back then, you couldn't trust nobody.
For he's a jolly good fellow, we can't afford happy birthday, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Blow out your candles, Jimmy.
Most guys learn not to trust people by getting screwed over, but it was birthday cake that taught me. Know what? You blow 'em out.
This guy, so suspicious. No one's gonna pull that trick again.
There's an expression. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I will rip your fucking ears off. Really? Do I look stupid to you guys? There! There's your fucking cake!
It's okay. He missed my dick.
Anyway, now that I live among the goody-good people of Regina, I still don't trust nobody.
Yeah, thanks to you, I don't got a spleen. Now, say the thing so we can go inside.
Nah, you say it.
Why should I say it? You say it.
Oh, for Christ's sake, forget about it!
How you doing? Who am I? None of your business. What's it to you? You writing a book? That's how I'd be talking if I was still in the mob. The ancient Italian code of silence known as omerta required us to keep our mouths shut. It all started back in Sicily, where the mob made an example of anyone who opened their mouth. like this guy. All he did was ask a cop for directions. After that, no one ever talked to the cops. In fact, no one ever talked to anyone, just to be on the safe side. Even if my great-grandpa's pants were on fire, he still would have kept his mouth shut. Hell of a guy. The whole village grinded to a halt. They had to come up with some way to communicate. Why Italians talk with their hands.
Because of Omerta? I don't think that's true, Pop.
Oh, yeah?
Ow!
You know what that means? Or did I stutter?
Forget about it.
How you doing? Back in the day, I made a lot of money selling protection. That's when someone pays you not to hurt them. It's like buying insurance, except you don't get nothing in return. Oh, wait. It's exactly like buying insurance. There was this one guy, Don Gambini's wife's cousin. The Don said we were allowed to collect protection off him, but we had to do it nice. I couldn't break his face, so I had to be creative. But I was a wise guy. What the hell did I know about creativism? Gimme, 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 gimme money!
I learned how to play this stupid thing for nothing? I got blisters on my fingers.
It's me stomping on your head because you didn't pay protection. You don't see it?
I thought it was a duck riding a pony. Or maybe a giant wang.
He was laughing at me like I was some kind of clown. So I figured I'd show him who the clown was. It was me.
That tickles. Stop it.
Ah, screw being nice. Let's go with plan B. Being creative is fine, but sometimes you just gotta kick some ass.
Well, one thing ain't changed since Brooklyn. You're still a fucking clown.
Gina, don't swear when you insult your father.
Forget about it, kid.
Fuck you. Don't tell me to fucking forget about it.
How you doing? In the old life, the trickiest part of pulling off a big heist was dividing up the loot. So many fingers, so little pie. Seems a shame to give all this money away, considering these guys already skimmed it behind my back. So I want you to put a little surprise in the boxes.
Jimmy, you are a no-good, backstabbing scumbag who'd sell out his own mother to turn a buck. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Ah, Cheech, you always know what to say. Thanks, pal. You put the cash in with the bums, didn't you?
Was I not supposed to? Oh, I get it now.
Come here, you. I can't stay mad at you.
That ain't what happened. You went to town on me with a baseball bat.
So? You deserved it.
I still got Louisville Slugger imprinted on my ass. You know what you are? A brutal, bloodthirsty hood who'd beat up his own mother for crossing him.
You always know what to say, Cheech. Come here, you.
No way, Jimmy. You ain't messing up this hair again. Forget about it.
How you doing? Back where I grew up, you had 3 career options. Cop, priest, or gangster. My old man was a wise guy, so that's what I was. Who doesn't want to grow up to be their pop? Unless he's a priest. Then you got bigger problems. Or a cop. In which case, fuck you.
What the hell's that? I hit something? Jimmy, what are you doing back here?
Impersonate missing ain't a spare tire. What's it look like? I want to learn the family business from Pop.
You're too young for this, kid. Go hitch a ride home.
At his age? Are you nuts? That ain't safe. Here, take this with you.
I wanted Pop to let me stay, but he was being such a prick. I mean, it's not like I was some kind of moron or anything. Oh my God, I'm so sorry!
Don't worry about it. We're out here to whack Paulie anyway. You made your bones, kid.
You murdered a man, then bonded with your father over it?
Technically, it was manslaughter. And I'm just saying, it was a nice moment.
Not for Paulie, it wasn't. Gut shots take forever to kill you. Bastard lingered for days.
Don't listen to him, Pop. I think bonding over some jaguar with more holes in him than Swiss cheese would be great. Let's start with Cheech.
This kid, what a card.
But if you think people up here in Mother Canada don't got any daddy issues, forget about it. How you doing? Actually, who cares? Shut up and let me talk. To me, crime is like any other business, except with more killing and less resumes.
Yet both use an equal amount of paper clips.
It don't matter if you're a banker or a good fella. You still gotta climb the corporate ladder.
Jimmy, give me a ride to the track. I'm feeling lucky. Ah! And can I borrow your pants?
Unless you're Cheech. He always had a different career philosophy.
I'm telling you, Jimmy, the key to success is aiming for the middle.
You mean like a gut shot?
I mean your career. If you're on the bottom, you're always gonna get stepped on. Ain't that right, Mario?
Did you have to wear cleats?
I can't find my regular face-stepping shoes. Anyhow, if you aim for the top, you got a long way to fall. Like that time I tried doing it on a Ferris wheel? That was a fall from grace. Remember Grace, Jimmy? With the cans?
Later, I saw what Cheech meant.
How'd it go? See? Gambini'd still be alive if he just aimed a little lower in life.
Or if Jimmy aimed for the wall instead of the window.
You do understand, Mr. Middleman, that you're the reason I had to kill him.
Understanding is for overachievers.
Well, you aimed us to the middle of nowhere, you stinking moke! You stupid!
If you think I'd kill Gambini all over again to save Cheech's half-assed ass, forget about it. How you doing? Back in the day, keeping on God's good side was a big deal for wise guys. We racked up a lot of sins, and our life expectancy was anybody's guess, so you had to be ready. We had a guy, Father Santino, big into the Holy Trinity, also had a weakness for the Holy Trifecta. But he always lost, which I figure was God's way of saying, hey, what the f*** you doing? So he borrowed from me. And since Goodfellas never had time for church, this was a chance to bring church to us. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned like f***ing crazy this week. The convenience was undeniable, especially when a gang war broke out.
Thanks, Father. Oh, gotcha, Guido! Oh, crap, now I gotta go back in.
It was all part of keeping a slate clean with the man upstairs.
You confess to God, then the feds. You'd confess to anyone who'd listen, you rat-finked stoolie Judas!
She's got a point, Jimmy.
Shut up!
But if you think I got anything juicy to confess since I moved to this unholy ice cube, forget about it!
Greetings, friends and potential bullies. Before Pop bravely tattled on the mob, there was a time when he had to go what wise fellas and good guys refer to as straight.
Why are you crying?
I just got this hard-ass parole officer who's making me get a regular job!
That's for getting pinched in the first place.
Once Pop's shattered testes healed, he was well on his way to rehabilitation.
Give me 2 abortions in a basket, double tap 'em bloody, rye toast.
Coming right up! First National's got a payroll coming in. You know what to do.
Oh. I'm confused, Pop. I understand why you work here, but why does Cheech?
The guy likes eggs. What do you want from me?
Okay, but Uncle Aldo also works here, and Uncle Sammy, Tootie Marcone, and isn't that Don Gambini delivering milk?
Petey, shut up.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you were still running your organization under the very nose of the New York parole system.
Kid, I'm on the straight and narrow. Just trust me, will ya?
You once said that trust me was gangster talk for f you. If my suspicions prove true, I will be very disappointed, Pop. Very disappointed.
Thanks for waiting until my kid left.
All right, hands up! This is a bust!
I had to do another 18 months because of your big mouth.
Now that we live in Regina, Pop works a legitimate job every day, and I've never been prouder of him.
That's for being a rat. Which reminds me, if you think I'm ever gonna forgive you for that, forget about it.
Forget about it.
How you doing? It's me, Gina. Yeah, I'm driving. I'm not wearing a seatbelt neither. Blow me. Before Pops became the fattest stool pigeon in history, he was my hero. If there was an award for Father of the Year, Pop would have got it.
Don Francesco says hello.
Then this happens.
So I look at the FBI guy and say, you stinking feds can blow me. I ain't testifying against nobody. Then the man from the Fed says, but the mob is gonna kill you and your whole family, Jimmy. You with me so far, kid?
I get it. You're turning rat.
Just wait, there's more. If you testify, we can give you immunity. Do you know what immunity means?
Enough with the fucking puppets!
Oh!
Now, Pops is the puppet and the feds are the ones pulling the strings.
This is the thanks I get for saving all your lives.
And if you don't think I'm better off dead than living in Canada's icy butt crack, forget about it.
Let me tell you something about a friend of ours named Jimmy. I made the wise guy and the capo with the gambini. But when he found out that they'd be whacking Uncle Cheech, he'd take the boss, he threw him from the 19th floor suite. Wasn't much along till the mob all wants him dead. So Jimmy had no choice but to talk to all the feds. The feds will say they heard that they could use him as a pawn. So he ratted out his friends and moved to Saskatchewan. Forget about it.
Forget about it.